Have you seen the stunning evening skies lately? You know, when Venus and Jupiter come together in the evening, there is almost nothing quite as celestially beautiful as that combination. And it means good things for us this week as well. My gorgeous Aquarius friends, this beautiful conjunction of Venus and Jupiter happening in the skies this week is blessing your daily life, your work, your routines, and your well-being. They're all going to get a generous cosmic boost right now. Let's find out some more. This video is a forecast for your sun, your moon, or your rising sign, and you can check out all three here at Guiding Star Astrology. They will tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya, and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the second week of June 2026. Love or falling in love all over again with our partner, as the case may be depending on your circumstances, or it can also represent an expansion of your desires. It's all for our blessing this week, and aren't we ready for it? Let's take a bit of a deeper look at this combination of energies. Why this occurring in Cancer makes this an extra special conjunction, because the sign matters enormously this time around. Jupiter is only in Cancer every 12 years, and he's in his exaltation sign when he's there. So this is considered to be one of the most genuinely abundant Venus-Jupiter meetings in years. And we all know in astrological tradition, when there's a planet in its exaltation sign, it's said to perform at its very best and to even uplift the other planets around it. So Jupiter's in his sign of exaltation. It's going to bring out the finest qualities of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter in Cancer is creative, intuitive, generous, abundant, and very protective and supportive. Jupiter is actually the great protector of the solar system. Quite literally in astronomy, he sucks all the asteroids and debris in the outer solar system into his magnetosphere, which is enormous, and gobbles it all up, so we don't suffer from too much celestial debris in the inner solar system where we reside here on Earth. So thanks be to Jupiter for his protective qualities. Hence, I believe there's an association between Jupiter and Cancer. Perhaps that's the reason why he's exalted there. There is an association with protectiveness. Jupiter, the great protector of the inner solar system. Cancer, the great mother protective energy of that sign. Now, Venus in Cancer, what's that all about? Venus, when she's in Cancer, favors emotional safety over excitement, depth over flirtation, and home-centered intimacy over public displays of her usual romance. So it's a good time to deepen existing relationships under this transit, and any new relationships that's abound are out of Venus-Jupiter conjunction. And Venus-Jupiter conjunction was one of the reasons my husband and I got together. You need to have looked at our astrology for that, and I do have a video all about our astrological meeting available in the Patreon family. But any new connections that form with Venus conjunct with Jupiter will feel sort of familiar very quickly, like you've known this person longer than you actually have. You've seen them somewhere before, or met them somewhere before, and maybe you existed together in another lifetime. You know what? This is actually the second Venus-Jupiter conjunction in the sign of Cancer. The first one occurred back in August 2025, and as Jupiter prepares to leave Cancer for another 12 years, he won't be back in his exaltation for 12 years, more's the pity. This conjunction carries an energy with it of fruiting and fulfillment. So we've had the first conjunction in August 2025. This is the second and the last conjunction for another 12 years. So we have to stop and think, what was going on in our lives last August? And how are those themes somehow repeating or culminating or reaching their fruition for us now? If you keep a diary, which is so handy when you're studying astrology, if you keep a diary, you can refer back and see what was prominent in your life at that time. But in plain terms, this conjunction is the moment that blesses the heart, the home, family bonds, and emotional intimacy in a really big way. The two benefics uniting in the sign of Cancer. I'll tell you a little bit about the mythologies of these two planets. Most of us do know the stories of Zeus or Jupiter from Greek mythology, but did you know that in Latin, Jupiter is called Jove, and it's the root word for jovial, happiness, joy. And so Jupiter has always been associated with joy, but also good fortune and good company. His sacred bird was the eagle. And so oftentimes if you see an eagle in some important way in your life, if an eagle shows up, it's an omen from Zeus or an omen from Jupiter. It has Jupiter energy. The oak tree was also sacred to Jupiter as well. In fact, priests at his temple in Dodona would divine the future by listening to the wind moving through the sacred grove of oaks at that temple. I have to share with you, just because it gives me joy, my husband and I got married in an oak forest when we got married, and it was truly a very special, spiritual, beautiful time. We actually saw eagle omens on that day, which I just thought was glorious. Now, Venus mythology, or otherwise known as Aphrodite, she was born from the sea foam. There's a bit of a background story to that, but I won't go into that here. She's the goddess of love. She's the goddess of beauty and desire. Arguably, she's the most mythologically magnetic figure in the ancient Parthenon. Everybody loves the story of the beautiful Venus. But ancient sources noted that in certain cults, Jupiter was actually worshipped in close association with Venus. They were kind of 2 for 1 in many ways, reflecting this long-standing mythological pairing of two benefic divine forces. So here they are meeting in Cancer, almost at the projected degree of fixed star Procyon. Now they're meeting at 25 degrees. Procyon's projected degree is 26 degrees of Cancer. And this carries its own meanings. Whenever we see Venus crossing the projected degree of Procyon on the ecliptic, we can see in our environment, or if we're born with this placement, we might see a lot of it in our lives generally, that we get a lot of benefits from influential friends. They back us up, they support us, they put their money where their mouth is. Our friends come to our aid. It's also, Venus with Procyon is very favorable for gain. And we may see this around the 9th or 10th of June. You might be more prone to be able to receive gains and benefits. It's also time to receive favors and benefits from friends and acquaintances, and time for you to leave your mark on the world around the 9th or 10th in some way. Now, some people will see more success in their lives if they are working in fields to do with religious affairs or sports or politics. In fact, a lot of politicians do have Procyon prominent in their chart, for better or for worse. But this conjunction is a good one for financial gain when Venus is there. Now, when Jupiter is in a conjunction with Procyon, it can give us an inclination to travel. We might have many journeys. We might go on a big long trip. We can also see when Jupiter is here that sometimes it triggers some troubles from our relatives, or troubles from the church, or trouble with the law. So do keep that in mind. But despite all these potential troubles with Jupiter here, we also get help from friends when Jupiter is with Procyon. They come to our rescue once again. It's time when Jupiter transits across Procyon to embrace your own determination. And if you are a mature person, Jupiter with Procyon can bring about the manifestation of profit and success. People who are less high vibrational might find themselves entangled in some sort of legal upheavals. So my prayer for everybody is that they're going for the high vibe energy and receiving the benefits of the divine. Aquarius friends, the everyday fabric of your life is getting a beautiful cosmic upgrade this week, thanks to Jupiter and Venus coming together in your 6th house. Venus and Jupiter here are bringing harmony and abundance and actually genuine good fortune to your work, to what you're doing every day in your routine, and also to your physical well-being, the parts of life that quietly determine how everything else feels. So it's the house of colleagues and people that we work with. And our experiences with such people, irregardless of what they might be the rest of the time, this week they're going to be quite warm and appreciative. Work will flow with unusual ease at this time, and the diligent effort that you've put into your daily life is generating real and visible returns. This is also a lovely transit for your health and well-being. So small positive changes that you carry out this week can really give overblown positive results because Jupiter expands everything it touches. So of course, whatever you do incrementally has a large flow-on effect in your life in terms of health this week. Financially, opportunities connected to your skills, your service, or your workplace are going to get some serious attention. So keep your eyes peeled. The offer that arrives through some day-to-day world routine that you experience could be more significant for you this week than it first appears on the surface. Keep your antennas up, my beautiful Aquarius friends. Now, for those who like to go a little deeper with their astrology, we look at the house lordships. Venus rules the 4th and the 9th house and is located, obviously, here by transit in the 6th house this week. So this means that there is expansion and blessing for the 4th house and the 9th house areas of life. This means family, home, roots, heritage, lineage, and your emotional well-being will be simply uplifted by your good routines, by your better feeling health, by feeling like life is just working on an everyday level for you. Also, my friends, Venus rules the 9th house of travels and higher education, and even the outcome of court cases can be seen through the 9th house. So there's benevolence here, there's blessing here if you're dealing with any of those circumstances. If you've got a trip on the cards, this might go your way very well, and there might even be blessing hiding in that other country that you're about to go visit, or some benevolent outcome for a court case that you've been dealing with might actually unfold as well because of Venus's rulership of the 9th house, just to name a couple of many options that might express here. Also, Jupiter is the lord of the 11th house and the 2nd house, here in the 6th house, bringing more benevolence and blessing. So this means that for our Aquarius friends, you might be getting some serious rewards and gains, some accolades, some recognition, even some winnings that might be happening due to your good daily routine or your diligent service to the world, 6th house energy. Also, Jupiter is your 2nd house lord for Aquarius people. Jupiter is like really kick-ass in benefit in your charts, generally speaking, because it rules 2 benevolent financial houses. So Jupiter ruling the 2nd house can mean that an increase in your savings, an increase in your personal wealth can happen because of your good daily routine and because of how you're showing up to serve and help and heal and fix situations in your life and in the world at large. Now, Aquarius, if you would like a reading with me, places have now opened up for the month of July, but they are filling fast. So head to the link in the description if you would like a personal analysis of your chart and support from me for your life situation. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video to help us reach more people with the Astro Good News and to curb that pesky algorithm to help all the astrologers out there on YouTube.